Cold snaps can force you to change carnival plans because in temperatures like these, you really don't want to spend a lot of time outside if you can help it. But tomorrow night, thousands of people will be partying under the stars as the Krewe of Chewbacchus holds its parade. And Rachel Handley's joining us live from the French Quarter. Rachel, how cold is it out there now?
Katie, it's already feeling a little bit chilly out, but it's not too bad. Definitely nothing like we're going to be seeing tonight or tomorrow night. Now, as you mentioned, the city is going to be taking a lot of the same steps that it took during the last freeze this weekend. And, of course, the main event of the weekend, Chewbacchus, is preparing for the cold too. Friday was busy at the intergalactic Krewe of Chewbacchus' mothership.
It has two giant Wookiee hands.
There's always a lot to do before the city's cult favorite sci-fi parade. And this year, there's something else to think about.
I had to go out and buy a very warm but sparkly jacket.
Saturday, the aliens and robots will be marching in some pretty cold weather. Simonette Berry, who's one of the crew's overlords, says she's been telling members to dress warm.
We're also getting very large boxes of hot hands to put in our gloves and put in our shoes.
By the time they line up at St. Claude and Franklin, the wind chill could be in the 30s. Even though the crew is used to marching early in the season, this is still colder than normal.
It's not as much of an issue once you get going because you're dancing, you're having fun, but when you're standing in lineup and waiting for the parade to begin, that's when you get a little cold.
And even though this won't be as bad as the last cold snap, the city has safety in mind too. A few miles away, it was preparing to reopen its warming shelter at the Rosenwald Recreation Center.
Most people have friends, family, their own residences where they can stay warm, but unfortunately some do not. And that's who this is really geared towards.
It'll be open from Friday evening to Sunday. About 100 people came to the shelter earlier this week. Homeland Security Director Colin Arnold says the city is ready in case there are more this time.
We have another recreation center lined up on standby in case we need to pivot and move towards that.
Barry's optimistic too. She says as long as the weather stays dry, it's nothing her crew can't handle.
We can all bundle up and put on, crazy hats and layer our costumes.
A task that will be easier for some than others. Now, Overlord is a technical term for that crew's leadership, in case you were wondering. Chewbacchus rolls at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, and if you just can't wait to get your parade weekend started, there is a walking parade tonight that starts at 8 in the Marigny called Les Feux du Carnival. Obviously, be sure to dress warm if you're planning on heading out. In the French Quarter, Rachel Handley, WWL, Louisiana.
Well, Rachel, Chewbacchus is the perfect parade for the cold with all those Wookiees, so it's a good thing. Thank you for that report. You can track Chewbacchus tomorrow night using our Mardi Gras app. It has routes and live tracking for dozens of parades between now and Fat Tuesday. We'll have a separate app for you to track the freezing forecast as well and look back at the stories we've done about getting ready for the cold. Just search your app store to download both of those apps for free.